everyone, welcome back to Green Health. I hope you're doing well today. Before we dive into this important topic, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments which city you're watching from, and I'll make sure to give you a shout out in the next video. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about what's actually happening inside your body when you smoke a cigarette? Maybe you've heard it's bad for your health, but the truth is, smoking doesn't just harm your lungs, it affects almost every single part of your body. In today's video, we're going to break down 10 deadly diseases caused by smoking. Some of these might surprise you. But here's the thing, even if you don't smoke, this information is critical because it can help save someone you care about. Stay with me till the end, it could be the most important video you watch today. 1. First up, we have lung cancer, the disease most people immediately think of when it comes to smoking. But did you know that around 85% of all lung cancer cases are linked to cigarette smoking? Imagine this for a second, each puff of a cigarette contains over 7,000 chemicals, and at least 70 of them are known carcinogens, meaning they directly cause cancer. These chemicals don't just enter your lungs. They coat them. Over time, the cells in your lungs mutate, and that's where the danger lies. Lung cancer is known as the silent killer because symptoms often don't appear until the disease is in its advanced stages. Shortness of breath, coughing up blood, and persistent chest pain are all late-stage symptoms. By then, it might be too late. Think about this, every puff is a step closer to this deadly disease. Is it really worth the risk? 2. Moving on to the second disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. COPD is a slow and painful way to suffocate. It includes conditions like emphysema and chronic bronchitis, and the key factor here is that it damages the airways in your lungs permanently. Imagine trying to breathe through a straw for hours, every single day. That's what someone with COPD feels like. Smoking destroys the tiny air sacs in the lungs called alveoli, which are crucial for oxygen exchange. Once these air sacs are gone, they don't come back. You're left gasping for air, often requiring oxygen just to get through the day. What's scary is that more than 90% of COPD deaths are due to smoking. It's one of the most preventable causes of death, yet so many continue to smoke, not realizing the irreversible damage being done to their lungs. 3. You might be surprised to know that cigarettes also wreak havoc on your heart. Yes, smoking can actually increase your risk of heart disease by up to 4 times. Here's how. Smoking causes the blood vessels to narrow and stiffen, which makes your heart work harder to pump blood throughout your body. Over time, this leads to high blood pressure and atherosclerosis, where fatty deposits build up in your arteries. This is a recipe for a heart attack or stroke. If you're smoking, you're forcing your heart to operate under stressful conditions, even when you're resting. Heart disease is the leading cause of death globally, and smoking is one of its biggest contributors. This isn't just about lung health, your heart is in danger too. 4. Now, let's talk about strokes. A stroke happens when blood flow to your brain is interrupted either by a blocked artery or a ruptured blood vessel. This can lead to brain damage, disability, or even death. What's terrifying is that smokers are twice as likely to have a stroke compared to non-smokers. Smoking damages your blood vessels, increasing the risk of clots forming and traveling to your brain. And just like a heart attack, a stroke can happen suddenly, with little to no warning. In fact, a study showed that smokers have strokes 10 years earlier than non-smokers. Imagine losing a decade of your life just because of smoking. Is it worth it? 5. You might not associate smoking with diabetes, but there's a very real link between the two. Smoking actually makes it more difficult for your body to regulate insulin, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. What's more, if you already have diabetes, smoking increases your risk of complications, such as heart disease, kidney damage, and blindness. Smokers with diabetes have a higher chance of experiencing these serious health issues because smoking affects the blood vessels and makes managing blood sugar even harder. Think of it like this, smoking is adding fuel to the fire, making an already difficult condition far worse. 6. When people think of cancer caused by smoking, they usually only think of lung cancer. But cigarettes can cause cancer in many other parts of the body, including mouth, throat, esophagus, pancreas, Bladder. Kidneys. Tobacco smoke doesn't just stop at your lungs, it spreads throughout your entire body, exposing multiple organs to carcinogens. For instance, smoking is responsible for about 50% of all bladder cancers. The chemicals in cigarettes travel through your bloodstream and are filtered through your kidneys and bladder, where they can stay for extended periods, causing significant damage. Smoking is essentially like signing up for a high risk of multiple types of cancer, not just the one you hear about the most. 7. Smoking weakens your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections like pneumonia, bronchitis, and even the flu. When you smoke, the chemicals in tobacco impair your body's ability to fight off illness and infection. Your lungs become a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and viruses, and with your immune system compromised, it takes longer to recover from common illnesses. Smokers are also at higher risk for severe complications from infections, sometimes requiring hospitalization. Think about this. While a healthy person might get over the flu in a week, a smoker could end up fighting a much more severe battle. 8. This might shock you. Smoking increases your risk of vision loss. Over time, smokers are more likely to develop age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a condition that damages the retina and leads to blindness. Cigarette smoke is full of toxins that can damage the delicate blood vessels in your eyes. You've probably heard the saying, "You don't appreciate what you have until it's gone." This couldn't be truer for your vision. Imagine losing your ability to see the faces of loved ones or enjoy a sunset, all because of smoking. 9. For men and women alike, smoking has severe effects on fertility. In men, it can lower sperm count and affect sperm quality, leading to difficulties in conceiving. In women, smoking can damage the ovaries and lead to complications during pregnancy, including preterm birth, low birth weight, stillbirth, increased risk of miscarriage. Smoking while pregnant also exposes the baby to harmful chemicals, affecting its development and health even before birth. The risks are incredibly high, yet many people are unaware of the long-term impact cigarettes have on their fertility and their unborn children. 10. Lastly, smoking doesn't just destroy your insides, it shows on the outside too. Smoking speeds up the aging process, leading to premature wrinkles, yellowing teeth, and a dull, unhealthy complexion. Nicotine reduces blood flow to the skin, depriving it of oxygen and essential nutrients. Over time, this causes the skin to lose elasticity and form deep wrinkles, especially around the mouth and eyes. Smoking also causes sagging skin, which can make you look years older than you actually are. Think about that. Smoking not only shaves years off your life, but also takes away your youthful appearance while you're still living it. So, there you have it, 10 diseases caused by smoking. From lung cancer to heart disease, stroke, and even vision loss, smoking affects every part of your body in ways you might not have imagined. Quitting isn't easy, but the longer you wait, the more damage you're doing to your body. If you're a smoker, or if someone you love is, I hope this video encourages you to take action. It's never too late to quit, and your health is worth fighting for. Before you go, make sure to drop a comment with your city so I can give you a shout out in the next video. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Green Health for more tips on living a healthier, happier life. Take care.